Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk, famous in a small town. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
And this is Kirsten Cunningham, and y'all seen her on a previous episode. And backed by popular demand, we're here today to talk all things birds. So tell us, how did you get into birds? Tell us your previous life. Have you always been doing birds, or how did we get here?
So, I own Everything Birds. It's Florida's largest bird store.
Wow.
We're about 6,000 square feet, and I have loved
Wow.
birds. I've loved birds my entire life. Some people ask me if someone got me into them or whatever, but it was intrinsically within me that I loved them. When I went to Disney World when I was 4 years old, I wanted a parrot on a stick as my souvenir, like not a Mickey or a Minnie or anything. I picked from that Mexico pavilion a really pretty parrot. My sister always asked for ponies. I always asked for parrots. I got my first bird when I was 14, and I've been keeping birds now over half my life. I had become a CPA and got the opportunity to buy my bird store, and I've owned it now for about 6.5 years.
And where
CPA.
is this largest store?
So we're in Oldsmar, Florida. It's right outside of Tampa.
Oh, okay.
If you're ever there to visit, we are about 15 minutes from Clearwater Beach, which is ranked as one of the top beaches in the country. So
John
come
Travolta
visit.
lives there.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you frequent the beach, or you just all things birds?
You know, I'm usually with the birds, and if I'm on a beach, it's usually related to my cruise
Cruising.
life. But I do go to the beach if I have like a friend in town that wants to see it.
Yeah. How different is CPA to birds?
It took me several months to get used to the fact that I was wearing a t-shirt and shorts to go to work, kind of like I am right now. I had about a dozen suits. I ended up donating those to the university where I graduated
Wasn't that
from.
liberating?
So that ladies who needed a suit could have one, since I just have one suit now if I have to do something really important. But it was a huge change because I sat through all of this schooling to do accounting, and I imagined myself to always be in an office, but some days I might be a carpenter, other days I might be a nurse, and other days I'm a retail expert. Like, I have to wear many hats in my job, so it's totally different.
It's exciting.
Yeah. What is a typical day like for you, or is there such thing?
A typical day, if nothing weird or crazy happens, is which I have driven across the state and stuff to like go help a bird in need and things like that. Like someone's house burns down and they need to put their birds somewhere. Things like that. It can be very chaotic, but in my normal life, I wake up pretty early in the morning with the birds around like 6 or 7. I hand feed my little baby birds. Then I pass out food, water, and fruits and vegetables to all of the babies. Then I take care of my own pet birds. Then I make sure everything is done for the house.
So it's like having a farm.
It is. And then I go into the store, which is about 5 minutes away. We have all of our opening procedures. The store is open all day long, 7 days a week. And we just play with babies all day, put away inventory whenever it shows up, talk to people. Everyone that works for me, we all have birds. We all love birds. We're all passionate about helping people make the right choice and provide a wonderful home for their bird.
Now, how many birds do you typically have at your store?
So during the low season, which would be the later fall and like January, February, winter time, we might have as few as 100 or 200.
As few as.
But in the summer, it really ramps up like April and May. So by June or July, we might have 300 or 400 birds in the store.
Wow. How many employees do you have?
It depends on what season we're in, but when we're like running full steam, up to 11,
Wow.
which allows me to travel, thank goodness.
Yes, because you love that. So what is your favorite bird?
I have a white belly cayuse at home named Duncan, and he's a little pumpkin head. He loves to jump all over me. He gives kisses. He makes kiss sounds. He does something called surfing, which is where they rub on your material. and like they rub their cheeks on you. Only caiques do that. It's very special to them. They stay compact. They're not very loud. They hop around like little bunnies, and they are packed with personality.
Oh, what's the life expectancy of one?
A caique, probably 30 or 40 years. And the bird world is actually opposite of the dog world when it comes to ages. So with dogs, typically the larger a dog is, the shorter its lifespan. But with birds, the smaller the bird is, the shorter the lifespan.
I didn't know that.
Because
either.
some macaws, we had a friend who had one, 97 years old. It was a relative's who passed away.
The
And when-
bird?
No, the relative.
Oh, okay.
And so this friend of ours inherited 97. It lived too.
Definitely, yeah. The largest of the cockatoos and macaws can get up over 80, 90, even 100. There's different zoos. There was the Brookfield Zoo that had a cockatoo that was in its 80s. It passed recently. But they're extremely long-lived. And part of our services that we offer at Everything Birds is actually rehoming birds. So it does happen probably about twice a month that somebody comes in and is like, oh, I have this bird now. My mother passed, and I don't know how to take care of it. I would just want to find it a good home. And we have a few of those, and we help everybody.
Oh,
Can people reach out to you on social media and say, hey, I've got an issue?
Yes. We're on Facebook and Instagram. We've got a TikTok, but I need to learn how to log into TikTok so that I can actually do something with that. But and we're the Everything Birds store online, and then just Everything Birds on Facebook or Instagram. We like to post cute holiday photo shoots of the birds with like different props and backdrops.
Oh.
And then any new birds that come into the store make it up on the website as well.
how do you go about getting the birds that are in your store?
So we acquire the birds from local breeders, and all of our birds, for the most part, come from Florida. Some are bred in other parts of the country, but all of them are from America. None of them are imported. It became illegal to import birds beginning in 1992. Ours are mostly coming from like small homes where they have like a few pairs of breeding birds, and then they might give us like 6 birds a year. But we have like 30 or 40 families breeding for us, and we've had those connections for many years. The store is celebrating 24 years this year.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we have a nice chain of people that we trust with their birds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, if somebody wanted a bird, let's say one of your grandkids, she has 7 grandkids. What if one of her grandkids wanted a bird? How do you go about picking out the correct one, and how do you tell people to care for the birds?
So if you were to come in with your family and let a child pick a bird out, we would kind of find like what your starting point is. Like, have you researched any of the birds? Do you know what you're leaning towards? Sometimes people know exactly what they want. Other times they know they just want a friendly bird and want to see what bird comes to them. So we handle the birds with people. We tell them all about them, make sure that their questions are answered. And we want to make sure that people understand that birds can be loud and that they can be messy. And to a lot of people, that's not worth it. But to a lot of other people, it is.
Right.
So we have an entire packet of information that we give out with any of the birds that go home that has all of our advice for taking home a new bird. And we actually ask people while we're putting the paperwork packet together, we ask them to read over that, like while we're doing our paperwork, so that they can ask questions right there.
Have you ever had anybody return a bird like, I can't do it, he's too loud?
We do probably have like 1 return a month, and we try to prepare people enough so that that doesn't happen, but sometimes it does. And so we want to have, just like no judgment, like we'll take the animal back. We're happy to find a new home, and every situation is its own unique situation. So we just work with people for what they need.
Yeah.
We're not going to make anybody keep a bird that doesn't want it.
Yeah. Have you ever refused to sell somebody a bird?
Yes. And in fact, I refused a sale of a bird just this past week.
Oh.
Yeah, it was for a little parrotlet. They're known as pocket parrots. They're about this big. And they can become great talkers. They require a lot of space for how smart they are, even though they're a really tiny bird. And a family came in. They actually spoke Russian, and only the small daughter spoke English. So I was having to do everything with Google Translate to Russian. Normally it's Spanish if I'm translating. And we figured out that basically they have a parrotlet at home, and they wanted to buy another parrotlet to put with it so it could have a friend. Well, parrotlets need to be kept as a single bird, just like those betta fish can't be together, they'll fight. So parrotlets are aspiring murderers. They must be kept.
Oh gosh.
They must be kept solitary. And even people who are breeding them professionally, they will put the male and the female in cages next to each other, and they will only combine them if they actually see breeding behavior. Otherwise, they will kill each other within about 48 hours.
Wow.
Oh.
So I was trying to explain to this family that their bird just needs plenty of toys and attention from the family. It doesn't need a bird friend because it's a murderer.
It's a murderer.
So they agreed that the right thing was not to take one home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been devastating. I don't know how old the child was, but
Well, she was disappointed, but I did let her go over to, we have a little do-it-yourself toy area where I have like bulk toy parts. And I let her just pick out a few toy parts to take to the bird that she already has. That way she's like feeling like she's getting something and not leaving the store empty-handed.
Right.
that was nice.
Yeah.
Right. Aw. Well, tell us about this. What do we have here?
So here I brought a couple of games with me, actually for your son Sean, who's my friend and how I know you. And this is Wingspan, the Oceania expansion, and this is the original Wingspan. And these are strategy board games.
That's right up Sean's alley.
Yeah.
They started just as artwork, and the artwork was so beautiful that people were like, this should be put together into something more. It was made into a game. It's a very smart game. It's won awards. And I actually played this with Sean when he was in Florida on a cruise stop at one point. So I brought him a copy of the original game and then my favorite expansion for it.
Aw.
Yeah.
You'll
So
love that.
If I
Yeah.
drive back through, maybe we'll play.
There you go. There you go. Awesome. That's just wonderful.
But if you
It is
if you like
beautiful artwork.
if you like games, this is a really great game, and there's also bird facts in it. There's a version on the Switch as well, the Nintendo Switch, and the birds on the cards, they like flap their wings and they make their noises and stuff. So you kind of learn while you're playing as well.
So, in addition to, do you sell these in the store?
We do not, but you can get that at Target.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bet you could sell them upcharge, make a little money.
Well, I've got a Target across the street,
Oh.
so maybe not.
They would know.
So have you had birds in your life ever?
I have not. My aunt had one. She had a macaw, actually. She was single, never married her whole life, and she was a professor at University of Miami, and that was her companion. I mean, they had whole conversations.
Oh, they talk. That's what it
Yes.
talks, right?
Yes. It was. I mean, it was kind of creepy for a young child to see that. I mean,
They're like little people in
Yes.
bird suits.
yes.
I have a friend, Pat Reeve, and they have one. They've had it forever, and I love Canadian geese, and so I taught her bird how to sound just like a Canadian goose, and every time it does it, she calls me up. She's like, "I can't believe that! Listen to this!" And she'll hold her phone up, and it'll be her bird acting like a Canadian
Yeah.
goose, and they're very loud and obnoxious. And I also taught it to do the backup, like a big trash truck, like boop, boop, boop.
They
And it
love
sounds
to copy
just like
beeping.
it.
They're so smart. My aunt actually even taught her bird cards, and she would sit when she had her friends over. She would sit and they had signals. The bird was that smart. What the heck?
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So she won every time.
I love too just how colorful they are. They can fly. They're smart. And if you ever look at one like in its eyes, their eyes look very human. Like they have
They
a
do.
colored iris with a little pupil that's round like ours. But then no other part of them looks human at all. They're just completely different. So they're very special.
So you like the birds better than the accounting?
I do, yes. And I had gone to Florida Gulf Coast University. I double majored in accounting and finance, did my master's in accounting at USF, and became a CPA. And as I don't think I went into that detail in the beginning, but I did 11 years of tax, and 8 years of that, the bird store was my client. So when the old owner was looking to retire, I had birds of my own and I knew the books. So it was kind of like right person, right place, right time.
Yeah.
And now I cannot imagine working for anybody else ever again. But I also work longer hours than I ever have. But
That's interesting.
Yeah.
yeah, it's rewarding though, and it's great to just feel like you know what needs to be done and that you don't need to like ask somebody else or
Right.
report anywhere else.
And you can go on a cruise anytime you want.
And
As long as you have the right help.
yes. And one of my favorite things about owning the bird store is getting to make a beautiful place where people can come and pick out everything they need for a bird. And our mission is to help provide people with what they need to give their bird a wonderful life. So we focus on the bird first, and then we want people to enjoy bird keeping, but we want them to do things right. And I know there's a lot of bird stores out there that may not be doing things right, but if people come to us, then I can go to bed at night knowing that we are doing right by people and doing right by our birds, and so it feels very rewarding.
Yeah. So if people want to get in touch with you, how do they do it?
Look us up on Facebook or Instagram
Okay.
as Everything Birds,
Birds.
not TikTok yet.
Okay.
We also have a business phone, which is a cell phone that people can call or text, and that's just 813-294-4300.
Okay.
Yeah, we call and text all the time. We also offer delivery and shipping. So if somebody wanted a bird in the United States and not within driving distance, we can ship using Delta Cargo. It is climate controlled, and we have a 100% success rate shipping. Every bird we've ever shipped arrived happy and healthy at its new home.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I hope you will be getting some calls from all the people in Maysville to get some birds.
Yeah, or just check out our website if you want to see some cute
I'm
babies.
going to.
Thanks for coming back again.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
I almost match her hair.
I know.
With my
I
shirt.
know. Look at my shirt.
I
Look.
love it.
We love your hair.
Yay.
We love your
And
hair.
you're in your feather shirt.
Yes. I wore it especially for you.
Aw.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of Blind Squirrel Talk. I'm Lulu.
I'm Kim.
I'm Kirsten.
Yeah. All things
Look her up.
birds. Yeah. All right. See
Bye.
y'all. Bye.